Hello everybody, and welcome to another video of WASW. We've been doing pretty steadily, still gaining 0.3 per event, and we are now in September. This has been, I wouldn't say a rocky road, but it's just trying to figure out the sweet spot to get where I need to go to get these extra bonuses, because we haven't had an extra bonus at all. We haven't had to be able to get extra popularity or even a sponsor bonus. Well, both of them to be exact, because if I were to get 70%, I get $250,000 in incentive, like as a sponsor incentive, so to speak, and then also gain 0.05 in any region in addition to the 0.3 that we've been getting per event so far. So it would be like 0.0 or 0.35, because we would be adding that, but I could take that 0.05 and put it into the other 5 columns of popularity, because right now, since we are based in North America, that we're only getting North American popularity and not somewhere else. And then also with an opponent, I can add 0.05 to them as well. So it's like I would be helping Minnesota, because I'm in a partnership with them right now, and so I would give them in any spot 0.05 to help them out as well, because the quicker we get to like the cult size, right now we're local, we get to like the cult size promotion, we can start issuing written contracts and all that stuff. So and written contracts meaning nobody can touch them until the contract is expired, and then they can talk to other people, or they can talk to people while their contract is almost expiring, and then they can, decline whatever contract you're personally going to give them, because the other company has talked to them and given them more money. But I think within this game, since it's kind of a basic game, that the other companies have to wait until their contract is expired, and then the day after they leave, they can get offered somewhere else, and then sign somewhere else. So overall, as you can see, we got a lot of storylines here. We got Killian James and Takaru Sugawara, Billy Klein with Emmett Razi, Anna Becker and Holly Chen, Aaron Carrasco and Alex Adams, James Adkins and Vandwan Conte, Rain Grimes with Zoe Matthews, Matthias Langley with Quadis, Okam and Bo Davies, Kid Cruz, Maximum Cruz, Zerb Van Kirk, and then Butch Taylor, Luister Ayala, Jane Cooper, Javen Ibori. So I've been adding them slowly, that way the shows are more excitement, and especially I feel like overall in general, kind of having this many storylines, it will add more popularity with the angles and the matches and everything else, and then you can kind of like rotate who's doing what, who's doing a match, who's doing an angle, how you want to present it, so to speak. So I added Billy Klein, Emmett Razi, and then Killian James just recently, but the others have been, slowly but surely added on. Overall, because I got 40 wrestlers, as you can see. I got 40 wrestlers with 20 heels and 20 faces, 2 referees. I added some backstage staff, because they're at like 96, 97 agents, and they're pay per appearance, so unless if I use them, they're kind of on the payroll system, but they're not going to be used unless if I need them. So, and the reason why I did grab them is because some of them did have, good entertainment, so to speak, skill. And so, and it's backstage staff helping out the me planning, because it kind of indicates like how many people will be at the show a little bit. I feel like when I'm booking a show, and then also when they have these entertainment skills and whatnot. I don't know if this is true about the game, but like when it comes to kind of behind the scenes or whatnot, they can help with the atmosphere and help them gain skills and everything. So I did add 3 of them. I will show who they are. So we can go straight to like agent wise. So I added Sonny Dorsey. He has a 97 agent. So how good a worker is as a road agent, also known as a producer, organizing segments, helping put together matches, and acting as a middleman between backstage staff and on-screen talent. And he has an 88 entertainment, even though he has 0 wrestling skills. Safety 48, stamina of a 30, and stuff like that. Invitation of 68, but I feel like overall we're not using him as a wrestler. He's used as staff, and he'll help out with segments and everything. We got Dylan Ratcliffe, who has a 95 entertainment, safety of a 76. Got like 0 stamina, 0 wrestling skill, but he has a 97 agent, star power 61, looks and everything. And then Edgar Dale is the last one. He has 97, 94 intimidation, 68 entertainment. So decent attributes when it comes to their specific role in everything. And I could use them as managers for backstage staff, but I, at this moment, do not have any needs for them at this moment until like there is a brawl and they have to pull apart wrestlers and everything else. But let's sim to the show. So it is 23 days away. So we're gonna simulate to the 23rd. And then, like usual, unless if I get an email, which is right now, Angelo has developed an ego. Dana Rocha, and needs to take it down. We should give me a win. Sure, I'll do that. Give you a match against her for November. Alright. Come on. There we go. Oh, I simulate like straight to the day, but you're gonna get emails upon emails. I got other plans for you, so I'm rejecting yours. I'm just gonna simulate. 20 seconds. Do I have another email? Sure. I'll accept it. You'll have a match. Maybe a tag team match. Who knows? Because I'm trying to create a women's tag team division and stuff like that. And right now, her and Richards are the tag team champions and the trio tag team champions. So, because last event we had Zoe Matthews, Aubrey Wilder, and Abby Perry against basically Money is Reality of Riley McCarthy, D'Angelo, and Richards against each other. it wasn't for all these emails, it probably would be there already. Another email. Telematch request. I think to take the next step in my... I could. You haven't wrestled, so... no. Keeping you because you have good star power. Oh. Shoot. I could book... We'll simulate to the day, and I could book a tag team match real quick, because the show that I have is what I would want, and it's filled up the whole entire time. But... I can add... What's up with all these emails? A push request. Razi... Reject. You haven't wrestled much, so no. Sorry. You just started wrestling. And you're in an active storyline right now, so I'm not going to give you a push request. Maybe if you win the rivalry, but that's the 24th. But other than that, yeah, no. We will book a tag team match real quick. Money is reality. And true. Because it didn't say it had to be a singles, it just said work with. So, what is she? An athlete? I think. Awesome face. I mean, it will work. So, at a 10-minute match, kind of put them like so. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, because without this match, I would delete it and I'd be perfectly fine. But overall, I have the max amount to 120 minutes, and so having 25 minutes worth of like advertisement and stuff is not too bad. So, go to the office, simulate the next day, see if we get any emails, which we do, a push request. Don't you already want a push request? Now you're just like pushing it. Reject. Yeah, you have a you want another push. Like, you're already upper mid card. I'm gonna push you after this event if you win your match. So, which you more than likely will, but I'll give you a push. Like, I'm willing to do it. You're 100 star power, so obviously I'm gonna give you a push. Like, just hold your horses. no emails, and we can start the show. Because I have nothing else to add. Obviously, the Every Event Championship. You'd be like, well, why don't you have the Women's Every Event Championship? Well, I'm allowing because Laura Leone won it, and she's in the Minnesota All-Star Wrestling. It's not like, oh yeah, she won it, she's in Minnesota, she gets special treatment. No, that's not the case. In this show, I didn't have it planned for it to be used. So, and overall, before having to make this match to have have Nunes be satisfied with the promise that it was at like 10,000 for PPA wages, which you can see on the right side. And so I was like, okay, it's going to be a cheap show. I nailed most of my storylines. The only one I didn't really nail is the tag team one of the Cruz brothers and Royalty, Kings of the World. And I was like, sure, give them a 2-week break, even though last episode I said I was going to put them in the show. This one, I possibly did. But if I didn't, then I didn't. But I was kind of giving them a 2-week break. Kid Cruz wanted a title opportunity. He lost to Javen Ibori because he's been dominant within this title. And just kind of giving it, a breather a little bit. And then they'll come back next episode in October to face each other. Because the Cruz brothers have been struggling a little bit to get a win. Even at other shows, I've been seeing them in other shows that they've signed with and singles matches and whatnot. They have been struggling to win. They may win every now and then, but not like a consistent of, okay, I win 2, I lose 1, win 2, lose 1. It's like they're losing every single time. So kind of giving it a breather and everything else, and kind of letting every other storyline kind of build up and stuff, kind of not trying to make it stale. And here we go. We can start the show. And we open up with Butch Taylor and Luister Aila. Luister did win. Butch Taylor hasn't won against this guy at all. As always, he puts a huge effort, explosive style. Luister was struggling with breath at the end, vocal crowd. It didn't feel like anyone had the psychology knowledge needed to put a match of this length together, causing it to fall apart as time went by. Stage and camera quality has been the same. Butch has lost 0.1, and Luister didn't lose anything. So working with Butch Taylor, learned a little bit. They had a 68, 71 match quality, and then 64 true score, but it's a 46 overall final score. Then we have a segment of James Adkins and Vanduan Conte. Vanduan Conte kind of attacked James Adkins, and James Adkins was coming back with, not feeling the greatest, didn't want to wrestle, but wanted to put a promo on Vanduan for attacking him last event. So they gained 0.2 from it. Both of them did, and the star power of both of them added to the beat with a 79 overall score. We have Emmett Rozzi and Billy Clean. Emmett Rozzi kind of calling out Billy Clean for a match, and Billy Clean has won the match. They didn't lose any popularity. The good looks of Emmett and the intimidating presence of Emmett added to it. The vocal crowd made it even better. 48 score, a true score of 67 with a 63% and a 74% crowd reaction. 100% reaction, but a calculation of 74. So 48 score on that. Then we had a tag team match with D'Angelo, Richards, Nunes, and Alves. D'Angelo had a boost and Richards had a boost of their gimmick. The good looks of D'Angelo added to it. The intimidating presence of Nunes, the star power of Alves, and the good looks of Alves. Alves was struggling with breath at the end. Alves did the heavy lifting to put the match together. And the vocal crowd were in love with the segment and made it even better. Stage and camera quality, like usual. And then Richards and D'Angelo gained 0.2, and Alves lost 0.1 to get a 44 score. Then we have Aaron Carrasco cuts a promo on Alex Adams, the star power of Aaron, and then the good looks of Alex add to it with a 69 overall score. Then we have a match with Togaru Sugawara. Killing James had a boost of his gimmick and the star power of him. He was struggling with breath at the end. Vocal crowd were in love with it, and Killing James did the heavy lifting. So I may have to scale back the time for like a 5-minute match, possibly. Because a lot of these people are struggling with breath, even with a 10-minute match, and the stage quality, or the stage was good, camera quality, and then Togaru, he did win, game point 2, and Killian James didn't lose anything, so he had a 62% calculated, the 76% of match quality, and a true score of 65%. So, 47 overall score. Then we had a 75 with Holly Chen, cut the promo on Anna Becker. The unstable gimmick of Holly Chen worked well with the beat, the star power, and the good looks, and then the star power of Anna Becker. Holly Chen and Anna Becker had a match. And Holly Chen is kind of like, I thought you were the main eventer that you were. You had the title and everything. So, kind of lashing back at Anna Becker for losing. We had a 54%. Jane Cooper loses 0.1. Jevna Bori successfully retains it. He hasn't lost it in a while. Jane Cooper had a boost and the star power of Jane Cooper, and then Jevna Bori did the heavy lifting, camera and stage quality, and then 85 calculation, 58% match quality, and true score of 75%. And then we have Matthias. He won the title last event, so he is now the new champion. He's kind of doing a celebration, kind of cutting a promo on Quadus, like, yeah, that guy, I beat him. Like, why was he a champion for so long? Like, I took him, no problem. They both gained 0.2 from it. Matthias silently makes an entrance, star power and good looks for him, and then his unstable gimmick of Matthias worked well, the star power and good looks of him as well, and the star power of Quadus with a 76% score. Then the main event ends in a 1-star match with Zoe Matthews and Rain Grimes. Rain Grimes wins again. The star power is Zoe Matthews, and she was struggling with breath. The intimidating presence of Rain, good looks of Rain. Rain did the heavy lifting. Vocal crowd were in love with the segment. Rain Grimes gained 0.2, so Matthews lost 0.1. And we had a true calculation of 63% for the crowd reaction, 56% on match quality, and true score of 57. We had 65, so 3 better than last time. We still gained the 0.3 for popularity. And Javan Bori, the time has come to give me a championship around my waist. You have a championship. Like, you literally are successfully retaining it. Like, do you want more titles? Is that what you're saying? And I am rejecting it, because right now you have the every event championship. Like, what more do you want? And we had 231 people show up, and we doubled our got the profit of 1,200 with getting 2,425. That is one of the highest numbers that we've had for attendance wise. We can go to the office and see how our storylines are piling up. So we got a 60% on Javen and Jaden. I think that one's not really going anywhere, so I may have to end that one. 57. I think it kind of dipped down a little bit for Butch and Louister. Nothing with the cruise. We got a 72. I think it was a 71%. And then 57 for Rain and Matthews. 68 for James and Vandwan. A 59% for Alex and Aaron. Anna and Holly went up a little bit for 60%, 56% on Emmett and Billy. And then Killian, James, and Taquaro 47, because they also had a match that was 47 as well. Because then you can also see. So it seems like their angles, they've been getting a decent amount, but when it comes to their matches is where they're struggling a little bit. So I don't know, it seems like it's kind of stalling at this point. And then this one is the one that's kind of going pretty decent, because it started off with 69%, and then angle involving was 79%, and then 69% again. Angle involving them was 79%, and a 61% for the title match, and then an angle involving them is a 76%. So they're getting up there. And they're slowly rising up, so on this one. So it's not like everything is dying out, because they started at a 41%, or they were at a 71, and then they went down to a 41%. So and then like for this one, they had a match. Vendwan attacked him, and James Hadkins had to say something back, and so they gained to 79% on that. And then for this one, Alex Adams and Aaron Crosco had an angle, and then they had an angle again to increase it. And then for Holly Chen and Anna Becker, kinda had a match to begin with, and then strike to 75%. And then angle, they had an angle, and then they had a match. So and with this one was an angle and then a match. You can look at our finances real quick. So we got 360 for our sponsorship stuff. went back up to $2,400. Like our one in June was pretty popular with $2,700 in ticket sales. So, and then a little bit less when it comes to wages for the event, but it's going to add up a little bit with the written contracts, I would imagine. So we're going to simulate to October 1st because it's probably going to add the written contracts, and then it'll be 27,000. Or 23,000, so a little bit saving into that a little bit because I was wanting to save a little bit with knowing Connor Macias and Cooper Murphy are on written contracts. So, and then everyone else is pay per appearance, so I was wanting to save a little bit of money. But overall, I did fail. But I'm going to give him a push anyway. He won his match, so go to the roster. Change push. His current push. He'll be main event. He'll be up there. But yeah, he'll be main eventing. Or towards the main event part of things. But yeah, he's a 98 star power. He was at 100. So he's a little bit dipped down. So it does change every so often. Within matches and storylines and everything. He has 4 wins right now, so he's undefeated. Because if we were to go to all time, he's 4-0. Because he wasn't on a roster in 2021. So, just like if we do all time for Aaron Crosco, he's 2-8. So, so that ends the video. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video as we continue to push to get that 70%. We've been getting close. The closest we've gotten is 66%, roughly. Either 66 to 68, but I think it's 66. And it's been dipping, and it's been in the mid-60s ever since so far. So we're getting there. Just need to keep pushing, keep grinding, keep moving, and we'll eventually get there. So, and now with the promise, I think it was the singles match. So with having a tag team match, it was kind of a waste of a match to add into it, but it is what it is. Just thought to add it because you gotta have a little bit of variety within your show, whether it be singles, tag team, and all that other fun jazz to make it more interesting. So, yeah. Hopefully, you've been enjoying these series as we are in year 2. We're getting pretty close to the end. Now we're in the 10th month out of 12 months, and this has been a wonderful ride. Hopefully, we can make some money soon. It would be great. And have a good day, night, wherever you are. And peace out.